the team feeling now? Big game coming up.
Yeah, big game. Obviously, we're trying to make sure their bodies, get back and get right, for the last stretch. So, I think we just got to make sure that we're not comfortable. It's really easy to get comfortable when you've had success and nobody tells you how good you are, and we're trying to fight against that, but that's challenging. Human nature comes into effect. Human nature, there's a reason it's challenging. And they're coming in here pissed off. So if we're not prepared to play a team that's pissed off with everything on the line, it's not going to be pretty.
Sam and Jordan said that they wanted to post the little video you put together of everyone saying positive things because that competitive nature. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I'm trying to show them that, it doesn't matter. The same people who say bad things, same people who say good things, nobody knows who we are but us. Right? Nobody controls our destiny but us. Right? You can only control what you can control. And we got to get an edge about us. I didn't like our edge today. I think we're a little bit too comfortable.
What does it come to finding that edge? What does it take to necessarily find that edge in just the next couple of days of walkthroughs and just mentally preparing?
It's just understanding that if we don't go out there and play with a chip on our shoulder, play with just that, everybody knows what that is, just a little something extra, because that's what we're going to get. We're going to get that. We're going to get the best version of BYU this week, the very best. The very best that they've been all year, we're about to get at home, right? And if we're not prepared for that, right, then it's not going to be good.
Kenny, Parker Jones and some other ASU people stepped up to Jordan Crook to get in the car. Did you see that? What do you think of that?
I did. That's unbelievable as a community to be able to put together an NIL deal for a kid like that. It's really cool to see. I think it happened in one day. They managed to work together to put together an NIL deal for a kid. That's super, super, super cool to watch. Not people that, are worth hundreds of millions or billions, just the average person who loves ASU and the average group of people coming together to put an NIL deal together for a kid. That's really cool.
And what about just Jordan Crook's season that he's had first year here?
Awesome season. He's physical. He battled a crazy injury early in the season, and for him to come back from that, and he plays the game with so much passion. That's one of the reasons we've had the success that we've had is just the type of people we like. Kandika, Crook. You look at the guys you just added, Watley, Keyshawn, Cyrus, Rouser. You talk about all these dudes who just play this game with this edge and this violence and this passion. Those aren't even the kids that were on our team last year. Those are just the kids that we've added. We've added the right types of kids, and he's one of them. And we got to be able to channel that and find that here in the next couple days.
What is the key in hitting on the portal guys? Because everybody's a good player that's in the portal, but hitting the right guys for you. Saying
no a lot. I talked to him on the phone. No. Well, he's the best guy. Cool. He's the most talented guy, but no. You have to be. It's so hard to say no. The hardest thing is when you see talent. Naturally, you as a coach think that you can create and make this guy something that other people couldn't. The reality is, there's a lot of really good coaches out there that are trying to do the same thing we're doing. If you think you're that much better than everybody else, you're probably wrong. And you better realize that, and you better find people who are wired the way you want them to be wired mentally, because at the end of the day, this is an ultimate team sport, and you got to say no more than you say yes. And what's pretty cool right now is the amount of people that are hitting us up, in the high school ranks right now, that want to come here again, and we're pretty much full. And it's awesome, and it's pretty cool to be able to we're full. We got our people that we're rolling with. We love the group of guys that are in our class. And yeah, there are a few positions that we would add to, but not really. We got our squad. And I think that's powerful that, a lot of people in this situation would, you're having some success, high-ranked kids want to come back in the boat, and they'd be like, oh, we got to take him. No, we're going to take the kids and the people that want to be here, that are passionate about being here, and we're not going to astray from that plan.
Was there something that surprised you this season about this group?
It's the way they've grown together, and then the way they compete. They're a very competitive group across the board. We play really hard. I think that's consistent, but I think that goes to the fact that there's relationships. When they win a game, 30 people go to the same place to hang out after the game. 30. You're talking 25% of our team are at the same location, hanging out after a game. That is an old school kind of mindset. You don't get teams and groups of people hanging out in masses anymore. You get pockets of people, and that was something we really challenged our guys this offseason to hang out together. And when you see the success they have on the field, I truly think it's because the big part of it is the relationships they have off of it.
You talked about the team wanting to find an edge. Is it something where they're close at this point with a couple of days to go, or is this like not even close to where you want it to be?
Not close to where I want it to be.
The portal moves really quickly. How do you, for those guys that have that edge that you were able to bring in, how do you cut through kind of all the BS and see that they have that edge?
Yeah, I don't trust what any other coach tells us. I know that's different from some people. I just don't trust. I got to meet a kid. I got to FaceTime him. I got to talk to him face to face. I got to ask him brutally honest questions. I got to tell him exactly what everybody's saying about you. Like, it's not going to be comfortable. You ready for this conversation? This is what people say you are, right? Do you want to change that? And then I got to get a feel, and our staff has to get a feel for, is that kid real about either changing, what other people are saying about him and trying to change his life around, or does he look away from the camera, kind of tell you what you want to hear, and or blame them? It wasn't me, it was them. And you got to be able to weed through all that quickly with just really transparent, honest, straight to the point conversations.
What do you see in the BYU quarterback, and how do you contain him?
Yeah, I mean, makes plays. He reminds me of Taylor Kelly. When I look at him, he's creative, he's off platform, he can make all the throws, he throws from different arm platforms, he extends plays. When I watch him play, it gives me flashbacks to Taylor pretty significantly, and that's not good for us, because Taylor was one of the best Sun Devils quarterbacks, in ever, let alone in the last 25 years, and he's a big reason that they're 9-1 right now, and one of the top 20 teams in college football is because of him.
Why did you have the crowd noise going today ahead of a home game?
We've had more busts on defense at home than we have on the road, and that's why our third down percentage on defense has been not as good as it has been on the road. That's because crowds get loud for offenses, so we have to practice being better on defense, communicating with crowd noise on third downs. So we really had to get that ramped up, because that's been a struggle for us.
Guys, good. Got Coach Aurora.
Thank you. Have a great day.